Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Real Madrid Hub again. I'm your host, Dr. Jota, and this is the last video today, and I will keep talking about Real Madrid and more news, latest updates, breaking news and all the stuff. I mean, it's not going to be, though, about Kylian Mbappe because there's nothing else about the French player and his signing and his future and all the stuff. So there are, on the other hand, more interesting news regarding to Real Madrid. And for example, let's get started with the first news we have about a player who wasn't expected to be in the starting 11 this weekend against Alaves, and now everything is pointing out that the player will be there, will be able to play, and might be featured in the starting 11 in the lineup of Real Madrid against Alaves. And it's not only, average or single player. It is Dani Carvajal. And this is very good news for you all because, as you know, we've been struggling with the right back position, and the other day against Milan we had to play with Lucas Vázquez, which is fine. Problem is, it is not a real right back. So right now I think that we are lacking a natural right back to replace Dani Carvajal. But just because we don't have, we need to Dani Carvajal as soon as possible back in the squad. And now 3 days ahead of the debut in La Liga, Dani Carvajal showed up in the training ground and he was in the practice alongside the rest of the teammates, which leads to me to think that he might be featured in the starting 11 of Real Madrid. And of course, it's very good news. I mean, as you know, Dani Carvajal and Lucas Vázquez are completely different players. Whereas Lucas Vázquez can carry up the ball and overlap to Gareth Bale in the right side of the field, while Gareth Bale is receiving the ball in the last third. Dani Carvajal, on the other hand, is another different player, more defensive player, more defensive tactics and skills and stuff like that. So they are definitely different players and they can provide different stuff to Real Madrid. Both of them important. To me, if you are going to try a 4 players back line, then I would say Dani Carvajal maybe is the right choice for you. On the other hand, I'm scared, I'm a little concerned about how can affect the lack of a player like Lucas Vázquez who can play, pretty much in both sides. As a defense, in the defense and also in the attack. But to me, I'm good with that. If Dani Carvajal is able to make it and play the next Saturday, I will be okay with that. That said, what needs to happen is to sign another right back and right quick for Real Madrid, because we can keep playing. We can't afford to have only one natural right back in the squad for the rest of the season. Right? That's why my choice was Diogo Dalot, the Manchester United player, who, in my opinion, fit and very good the needs, the expectations of Real Madrid. But for now, nobody is going to arrive to the right back position of Real Madrid. So, other than that, we're good with Dani Carvajal for now. Let's see in the future, maybe in the winter market, but definitely not now. So now let's move forward and let's keep talking about more stuff. But in this case, it's not going to be about the field. It's not going to be about Kylian Mbappe. It's not going to be about latest updates on players. It's about how UEFA is pushing us off in different ways. It's how UEFA is blackmailing us all the time. Is bullying us all the time, is doing whatever it takes to kick our asses off the competition. And just because they can do it through the justice system, through the court, in their new intro, they eliminated all the images, all the footage from Real Madrid, FC Barcelona and Juventus de Turin. This is a war. This is a war against the European Super League, and Seferin knows it. He's very aware of that. So he probably said to the people who put together this intro for the new Champions League season, he probably ordered them something like, hey, don't use any single footage from Real Madrid, Barcelona, or even Juventus de Turin, because these guys are the European Super League guys and we don't want them in our competition. Problem is, there is a court in Madrid who sentenced that these teams have to be, and there's nothing Ceferin can do about that. I mean, it's completely illegal to put them out of the competition. It is completely illegal. That's why he will do everything he got to bullying Real Madrid, Barcelona and Juve, to push us hard and all these kind of things, to blackmail if it's needed, to get us out of the competition and all this stuff. But let me tell you what, we are very stubborn. The European Super League is moving forward, and of course, in a matter of months, we will see how UEFA, it was a real monopoly, and the European Super League will blast it completely in the future. And the European Super League will become the most important competition in the European continent. And there won't be any other competition or rival similar or as big as that. So be careful, man, because you might regret about all the things you're doing now. Be careful. Real Madrid and Florentino Perez are so powerful, man. Don't mess with us. You don't even know what you are getting into. Just be careful, man, because nobody knows about tomorrow. But when Florentino Perez is in the middle of something, there's nothing that can resist the ability, the intelligence, the strategy of Florentino Perez. So you better be careful. And of course, I don't have to tell you this is not fair at all. It is not fair at all. But it's okay. Just let's keep moving through. Let's keep talking about more stuff about Real Madrid, because the next news I have for you all, guys, is very sad but it's very likely to happen, and it's not going to happen maybe tomorrow, maybe in a matter of hours. We might see how Martin Odegaard flies off to London again to sign for Arsenal, because according to The Sun, Arsenal already has 50 million euros on the table to sign back Martin Odegaard. If that happened, I would go crazy, man. I would go crazy. I still can't believe how Martin Odegaard will leave Real Madrid when he just came back. When he just came back, there's no point, man. You were supposed to be the most important player for the midfield. What happened? I mean, what is holding you back? What is preventing you, to become the most important or the most successful player in Real Madrid? What is preventing you back? What is holding you back? What is happening? What is going on to you? I mean, when you know that only a player 36 years old is your only competition, you shouldn't have any problem to keep fighting for a spot in Real Madrid. You shouldn't. But apparently you do. And now you want to leave? Okay, I mean, I'm good with that. I'm totally get it. I understand. But let me tell you what, this is probably the last opportunity, the last chance you have to succeed in Real Madrid. That is the last chance. So if you're ready to go, okay, but be ready to acknowledge and accept all the consequences that might have to you. Because otherwise, man, any other single player in the planet would stay and remain in Real Madrid. But apparently you don't want. Okay, no worries. We'll try to do something different. I mean, we'll try. I can assure to you all what is going to happen, but of course, I don't want to have any player in my team who is not willing to fight for a spot, who is not really prepared for Real Madrid, who is not really to die for this brand, for this institution, for this team, for this club. I'm okay with that, man. If you want to go, just go, because it is much better for me and for every single Madridista out there.